Hey, what's up? This your boy Buddha with Man Mondays. Yeah, I know it's Tuesday. This is when I'm posting it. Whatever. Um, so I saw a post the other day on Facebook, and it was talking about the struggles of women and what men are looking for. Listen, here's the thing, man. Y'all need to stop listening to all this made up bullshit. Frankly, that other women are saying that men want. It makes no sense. That's like a woman explaining what a man's orgasm feels like. It makes no sense. You've never been a man a second in your life. You have no idea what a man's orgasm feels like. You have no idea what's going to make all men crazy in the bedroom. It's ridiculous. The only thing that you can ask the only person you can ask when it comes to how to treat a man is the man that you're with, or men in general. But the problem is different men have different standards. It's no different than Yelp. When you go on Yelp, like I love Yelp. Problem with Yelp is there's some restaurants I'll look at and I'll see, oh, this place has a 4.5 stars or whatever, something like that. 4.5 stars, says it's really good, and it has 100 reviews. So I'm like, this must be good, right? I end up going to the place, eating the food, and the food tastes like shit. I'm like, why does the food taste so bad when it has 100 reviews and 4.5 stars? It's because they have different standards. The people who reviewed that hole in the wall like hole in the walls. So they go to a hole in the wall and they appreciate it. Like, wow, this is a great hole in the wall, 4.5 stars. Whereas me not realizing it's a hole in the wall, I'm thinking 4.5 stars at this restaurant is the same as 4.5 stars at a 3, 4, 5-star restaurant. I don't know any different. So I say that to say, when you're dealing with these different men, you can ask in general what men want. However, you have to also measure against his standard. What I might find fat, another man might find curvy. What I might find disgustingly out of shape, another man might call thick. So you gotta what I always say, you gotta review the reference and cite the source. You know, who are you talking to? So in any event, what men want. Here's very simple what men want. Very simple. I mean, this is just generically speaking. There's a whole lot of things. Again, I may want much more because my standards are much higher, but generally speaking, we all have a common denominator. I think most of us have a common denominator. Number one is sexy. You got to be sexy. You got to be attractive. We got to find you attractive. Now, what that attraction means to one man versus another, I mean, that's up for debate. That's all an individual thing, right? I mean, me, for example, I like slim curvy. I like slim athletic curvy. Like you slim, but you athletic, but you still got them ass and them girls, you know what I'm saying? You still got them curves that I like and beautiful. I mean, I just prefer a woman who I can look her in the face and be like, man, she's gorgeous. Every time she wake up like that. I don't like that makeup. I don't like it caked on. That's not my thing. I don't like a whole bunch of weave that looks fake. If it looks real, if it looks nice, then cool, I'm with it. Or at least if it looks complimentary. You know, I've seen some people with like purple hair, light purple, and I'm like, oh, that don't look real, but it looks really good. So it's okay. It's whatever to me. Never a fan of a lot of makeup unless you're trying to go out to an event or something like that. For the most part, I don't like my woman that has to wear makeup all the time, all day, every day, has to go to bed with makeup, or make sure I go to sleep while she has her makeup on, and make sure she wakes up to put makeup on before I wake up. That's a problem. If you need 2 hours to get ready to go out with me, we're not going out. Period, point blank. Let's say, yo, I'm going to be over there in 45 minutes, a half an hour, and that's not enough time for you, especially if we're doing something simple, throwing some sweats or something like that, or throwing something cozy. You can't do that. You need 2 hours to prepare yourself. Nah, we're not doing that. I've done that before. I'm saying this from experience. I've done that before. I've learned, okay, I'm not doing that anymore. If she needs that long, once she get naked and the makeup come off, it's a problem. Always, fellas, always. Anyhow, so you need to be sexy. You need to be attractive. In the bedroom, you need to be sexual. You need to be sexual. If you got a whole bunch of no's, I call them no women. If you got a bunch of no women who are just like, no, I don't do this, no, I don't do that, no, I do that. For me personally, it's a turnoff. I'll stop. There's been a good number of times where I've stopped, where I'm like, you know what, I'm cool. I'm cool. This don't even work. And I'll let them feel how awkward it is that, man, you got all these no's and we in here. Me personally, I feel like sex is the one time when you should not give a shit. You shouldn't give zero. You should give zero shits about what goes on in the bedroom. If you shouldn't care about what the dude got to say afterwards, what she got to say afterwards, I'm letting my freak flag fly all the way. It's not even a game, which is why I'm extremely selective with who I'm sleeping with who I'm with, because I can't just be doing that with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. I know how I am, so I can't be all extra freaky with everybody. I'm gonna catch something, dog. I'm gonna get something. So I can't be, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be in a relationship I gotta know that I'm secure in this relationship enough so I can let everything go and I ain't gotta worry about it. If we break up and you go ahead and go tell your story about all this nasty, freaky shit I did, well, that just is what it is. That's the risk I take. But it ain't gonna be 10 different women saying the exact same thing that happened in the same month. It ain't gonna happen because I don't get down like that. So anyhow, sexy, sexual, loyal. The loyalty has to be there. But ladies, again, the caveat to this loyalty thing is make sure he's worth it. Make sure it's not enough for him to talk. Women, y'all got to get this. You all really have to get this through your head. You talk. Women talk. Men got the muscle. That is to say, men move. Men should be getting things done. Men should be getting up in the morning. Look, what does that say? 7:33 a.m. That's 10 minutes fast. So 7:23 a.m. This is me leaving the gym after 2 hours in the gym. And I'm saying 5:30. Damn, why am I so late? 5:30. I got there for 2.5 hours in the gym, so I was in there at 5 o'clock. This is because I enjoy working. I'm in the practice of working. I'm in the practice of getting up, running, working out, going just in time to get to work, and at work going hard in the paint at work. Ain't nothing lazy about me. Anytime I find anything lazy about me, even a millimeter, I get excited because that's a bug that I get to step on and crush. That's how I feel about it. So you should be with a man that's worth it. If he's not putting in the work, if he's not working on himself mentally, emotionally, physically, and more so spiritually, if he's not getting his spiritual self together, stop wasting your time with him. And it's tough to say because a lot of 20-somethings, like I thought I had all my stuff together at 20-something. I mean, I know I didn't have my money right. I know I didn't have the finances right, but I was definitely going the right direction. But I had a lot of spiritual growth to do. There's nothing any woman could have done at the time to make me to escalate that timeline. There's nothing you could have done. There's nothing any of you could have done because at the time, all I wanted was some fuck buddies. I wanted to hang out, have some fuck buddies because I wanted to enjoy life. And now, at 37, almost 38 in a week, years old, that's not my ambition. That doesn't drive me anymore like that because sex is easy. Women, frankly, I find them pretty easy. They're pretty simple. All you have to do as a man to attract women is just be a man. Like even sexually, I've never met a woman that didn't want to get alpha fucked. Yeah, alpha fucked. Like not just sex, not just pipe. Yeah, that romance is all good. Don't get me wrong. They might want to start off from romance, so they might want romance every now and then. But I've never met a woman in my life that didn't want to get alpha fucked, straight porn style. When she's like, damn, this a nasty ass dude. Like, oh my God, yeah. It's totally understandable why they would go crazy bananas because they're like, nah, you can't share this with anybody else. I totally get that because a lot of dudes ain't trying to do that. These men nowadays want to be fucked. They want to be grabbing their ankles and have her with a strap on. I mean, what are you doing, man? Anyhow, that's some other shit. So anyhow, sexual, sexy, you got to be loyal. And also you just got to bring something to the table. That's really what it is. And as far as what you're bringing to the table, and I know a lot of women are like, I did all that and he still cheated on me. Sweetie, he just wasn't right for you. That wasn't the right man for you. Brush your shoulder off and keep it moving because don't change your strategy. You never change your plan when you have a good one. When you got a good plan, stick to the plan. When you got a good strategy, stick to the strategy. If you're doing the right thing, stick to it. What you got to do is make sure, and I said this before, get out the relationship before you traumatize. Learn the lesson, exit before you traumatize because the trauma is what changes you for the next relationship. And now you end up being less of a woman for the man who had you maintain that same velocity, that same trajectory, had you gone that same route and continued on without that fool traumatizing you, you would have found the man that you were looking for. Really, at the end of the day, that's all we're looking for. That's all we're looking for. Now, again, attraction, that sexy, that attraction may mean different things to different people. Some guys don't care about ugly feet. I personally do. Some guys don't care about, straight teeth. I personally do. You know what I'm saying? Some guys don't care if she got enough ass. I personally do. It all depends on what that guy's attraction is. If you meet his attraction the same way he meets your attraction, then earn him. Earn him. It's not that hard. If you cooking, if you cleaning, if you doing your thing, do the best that you can do. Don't say, oh, well, he's not pulling his share, because if he's not pulling his weight, what you need to do as a woman, as an adult, it's not about a woman, because I ain't never been a woman, but I can tell you what you should be doing as an adult. As an adult, you should pull him to the side and have a conversation with him and say, listen, baby, I'm pulling my part. Before you get into accusatory and pointing the finger, ask him, baby, is there anything better that I can do to make you happy? What else can I do to make you happy? Do I make you happy? Okay, given that, here's some things that I think you can do to make me happy. And really, I would like for you to put more effort into this because it's important to me. Put the pressure on him. Women, you all really have to raise your bar. You got to raise your bar and don't lower it. Make sure that men meet you at that bar or above. They should be significantly above to the point where you feel like you got to step your game up. You get in a relationship with a guy like that, you know you're in the right relationship. Anyhow, this is Buddha.